Hey guys, so yeah, I've been talking about some off-camera flash stuff for the past few weeks, but I haven't actually mentioned my favourite bit of off-camera flash gear, and it's not a flash, it's not a trigger, it's probably the most kind of mundane, invisible thing, but it makes life so much easier, and that is the Manfrotto 175 F1, the Justin clamp. Now, when I was getting into photography properly, one of my biggest influences was Joe McNally. Now, I loved the way he lit scenes. He used only speed lights, he used loads of them, and he used to kind of hide them in loads of places, gang them together on tri-flashes, and all sorts of stuff. And one of the things that he kind of had a hand in inventing was this thing. Now, legend has it that Justin Staley from Manfrotto was visiting Joe's studio in New York, and he needed a way to clamp a flash to anything and then use it on a stand as well, just kind of a flexible mount that you can use everywhere. So apparently Justin kind of knocked this up from stock Manfrotto parts. So it's essentially a spring clamp which has a stand mount on there, so you can mount that on a stand. It has a extra spigot there, and that's threaded on the inside as well. And it's also got a miniature ball head with a cold shoe. So it's a combination of loads of different things, and it's dead useful. Now, let me just kind of get something as an example. Random spare bit of our lounge floor there. So one of the things I love to do with it is put a speed light in the cold shoe, nip up that, actually that's where we're going to be, and then say you've got a door or a ledge or anything you can possibly imagine, bits of pipes in wedding venues, clamp on, done. Once it's on there, you can use the ball head to readjust anywhere and then just nip it up again. So you can change your angle on the fly, and then once you're done, no light stands to contend with, you just unclip, stick it in your bag, and away you go. And it's been dead useful for loads of other things as well. I mean, right now I've got a Rode Video Micro mounted on one of these, stuck to the desk in front of me, and that's holding my microphone. So I don't have to use a stand for that. You can put video lights on it, and you can also use it as an umbrella swivel as well. It's not an official use for it, but I love that you can turn the flash sideways like that. You can put that on a stand, and then you can use the clamp to grip an umbrella shaft. So you've got an umbrella mount in there as well, so you don't have to carry a standard mount if you've got one of these. Now, I know they're not the smallest things in the world. They are, when they're in your hand, they are kind of quite a chunky beast, and they're an awkward shape to pack into your bag as well if you pack really light with small camera bags like we do. But honestly, it's worth it. It's really, really strong. It's got these rubber grippy bits. I'm not going to do that. That hurts. So it doesn't slip. You can put it on kind of round things, square things, like I said, pipes, someone else's light stands. They're amazing for clipping to DJ rigs and band lighting during a reception. So it really, really negates the need to bring more light stands with you. If you've got like 3 lights to put up and you can put 2 on Justin clamps, you're set up in like 2 minutes because you've only got 1 stand to contend with. Plus, when you're in like a white room and you don't want black light stand kind of lines making it look messy, you can usually find somewhere to clip some lights, especially for like dancing shots at weddings and stuff like that. Out in the wilderness, this also replaces the flash foot as well. It just makes a really, really steady base. So I'll often use one of these when I'm backlighting couples, and I'll just have it at that angle behind them on the floor and create some rim light. It's out of the way, it's out of the shot, and then you can just pick it off and go, and then you can go to your next shot and clip it to something and find something else to do with it. So yeah, I find it a lot easier, more convenient than working with light stands. There's less stuff to carry. These things, they're not the lightest weight of things, but they certainly weigh like an eighth of what a light stand does. So yeah, one of my favourite bits. So yeah, when I saw Joe McNally using one of these, I knew I had to get one and try it out, because his work is just awesome and has really inspired my flash work, and I'm really glad I did. These are quite expensive. At the time I bought them, they were about £70 each in the UK. I think I got them from Speed Graphic, but Amazon do them as well. I'll put a link at the bottom. We've got 3 of them. I use them on literally every shoot, and it's one of the bits of gear that I wouldn't leave the house for a photography shoot without. They're just absolutely indispensable, and I'm finding new uses for them all the time. Yeah, I can't even think of all the examples now, but yeah, for example, you can stick the clamp to a door, and then if you've got something which doesn't use the cold shoe, then you can put whatever accessory you're using onto the spigot, screw that onto the spigot, and then you can adapt that to anything. And you can even put them on like hydrostatic arms and things, so you can use it for like monitors for kind of clients watching you on shoots and stuff like that if you're into commercial work, and just kind of clip that to anywhere in the field, and that works really, really well. And there's a few uses for video, which are great. Again, like the main one that I use is clipping a video microphone onto one, using the cold shoe mount, getting the mic as close to the audio source as possible so you've got the best quality, so you can just get it off camera, but then you can clamp it to something and run a cable back to the camera position. So I really love doing that. It's great. It's just a little lightweight solution. I don't have to carry another stand or another tripod around with me, and it just makes life a little bit easier when you're setting up in awkward spaces. So there we go. That is one of my favourite things in photography, is that Manfrotto Justin clamp. I'll put a link to it at the bottom. I'd really love to know kind of your favourite bits of accessories that don't kind of share the same limelight as cameras, lenses, flashes. So let me know in the comments what your favourite bit of gear is, for lighting, for photography, for video, that you might not expect. I'd love to see. So thanks so much for watching. It's been a quick one today, but yeah, back on it next week with some great reviews coming up. Got some how-tos, and I've got some series coming up which I'm starting to film. So thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on my notifications, and I'll see you next time.